Why living in America is impossible. For generations, America has been the land of opportunity. The promise of upward mobility, a home with a white picket fence, and a comfortable life was the bedrock of the American dream. But peel back the layers of that gleaming facade, and you'll find a reality starkly different from the myth. A reality where, for an increasing number of its citizens, simply living in America is becoming an impossible feat. This isn't about political affiliations or partisan finger-pointing. This is about data, about economics, about a system that, while designed to foster growth, is inadvertently pricing out its own people. Today we confront the uncomfortable truth: why living in America is impossible. Chapter 1. The eroding foundation. Wages versus the cost of existence. The foundational contract of a thriving economy is simple. Your wages should keep pace with, or ideally exceed, the cost of living. In America, this contract is being shredded. While there have been periods of nominal wage growth, the real purchasing power for many Americans has been relentlessly eroded by inflation. Consider this. From 2020 to 2024, real median household disposable income, after adjusting for inflation, increased by a mere 8.6%. That sounds like growth, but it's a number dwarfed by the spiraling costs of essential goods and services. The damage has been done. The cumulative effect is a constant struggle for millions to simply stay afloat. Every trip to the grocery store feels like a punch to the gut. Every utility bill, a heavier burden. The American paycheck simply doesn't stretch like it used to. Chapter 2. The housing nightmare, an unreachable dream. But nowhere is the impossibility of living more starkly evident than in the housing market. For decades, home ownership was the ultimate symbol of American success. Today, it's a distant fantasy for many, and even renting has become a relentless struggle. States like Hawaii and California boast median home prices well over $750,000, while the national average sits in the hundreds of thousands. Even if you manage to scrape together a down payment, the crushing weight of rising interest rates turns mortgage payments into a monthly Everest. And if you can't buy, you rent. The average rent in the United States currently stands at approximately $1,636 per month. But that's just an average. In major metropolitan areas, and increasingly in once affordable towns, rents soar past $2,500, $3,000, even $4,000 a month. New York, Massachusetts, California. These states are leading the charge into an affordability crisis, pushing working families to the brink. Why this relentless surge? A critical factor is a chronic supply shortage. Recent studies estimate the U.S. is missing a staggering 6 million homes nationwide. 6 million. This isn't just a number. It's a deficit that translates directly into bidding wars, inflated prices, and desperate renters. Oh, and why aren't we building enough? The blame lies partially at the feet of archaic and restrictive zoning regulations. Many municipalities, fueled by "not in my backyard" NIMBY sentiment, impose strict single-family zoning, minimum lot sizes, and height restrictions that choke off the potential for denser, more affordable housing. Development approvals are a bureaucratic labyrinth. On average, it takes approximately 27.6 months from a project's inception to actual delivery, with the planning and approval phases often taking significantly longer than the actual construction. This regulatory quagmire ensures that supply can never truly meet demand, creating an artificial scarcity that benefits property owners at the expense of everyone else. This has left many people feeling overwhelmed and trapped. A family struggling to pay rent or afford a place, with money flowing into the hands of those who already own, leaving little for new buyers. Chapter 3. The productivity paradox, working harder for less. Conventional wisdom dictates that if a nation becomes more productive, its citizens should benefit. But in America, there's a growing disconnect. While the US GDP per capita is robust and R&D spending is projected to grow, the benefits aren't flowing down to the average worker as they once did. Our labor productivity growth has seen concerning dips. In December 2024, it dropped by 2.49% year over year. This volatility, coupled with a long-term trend where wage growth lags behind overall economic expansion, suggests a fundamental imbalance. Corporations might be reporting record profits, but a significant portion of that wealth isn't translating into higher real wages or improved living standards for the people generating that wealth. The American worker is, in essence, running faster just to stay in place. This translates into longer hours and a feeling of stagnation, with job prospects eroding and the cost of living still climbing. The American paycheck is being squeezed from all sides. Chapter 4. The Tax and Incentive Trap, a system unkind to the average. Beyond stagnant wages and unaffordable housing, the American tax system, while progressive in theory, often adds to the burden of the average citizen, while offering various avenues for wealth accumulation that exacerbate the very problems we're discussing. Federal income tax rates, while tiered, mean that a significant portion of a worker's income is immediately siphoned off. But it doesn't stop there. State income taxes, often substantial, add another layer. Then come the property taxes, which are a perpetual financial drain for homeowners and indirectly for renters through higher rents. The median U.S. property tax bill hit $3,500 in 2024, with states like New Jersey and Illinois imposing effective rates well above 1.5% of a home's value, translating to thousands upon thousands annually, regardless of income fluctuations. Contrast this with capital gains taxes. While short-term gains are taxed as ordinary income, long-term capital gains, the profits from assets held for over a year, like real estate or stocks, are often taxed at significantly lower rates. This differential creates a powerful incentive to invest in assets rather than labor, further accelerating wealth concentration and asset price inflation, which directly feeds the housing crisis. The system, in effect, rewards speculation over steady work. And while the corporate tax rate is a flat 21%, the ability of large corporations to leverage deductions, loopholes, and offshore structures often means their effective tax rate is far lower, further shifting the burden onto individual taxpayers and small businesses. Conclusion: the unraveling thread. Voice, reflective, earnest. The dream of living a comfortable, stable life in America is not dead, but for millions it is rapidly becoming impossible. This isn't just about individual choices or perceived laziness. It's about systemic pressures. An economy where the cost of living outpaces real wage growth. A housing market suffocated by undersupply and restrictive regulations. A tax system that, despite its progressive design, inadvertently incentivizes asset accumulation over broad-based prosperity. This is a challenge that transcends political divides. It requires an honest reckoning with the data and a collective will to reform the structures that are making America unlivable for its own people. Without significant policy shifts that address affordability, increase housing supply, and rebalance economic incentives, the American dream risks becoming nothing more than a fading echo in the annals of history. The question is not if America needs to change, but when we will finally acknowledge the impossibility staring us in the face and act.